Hi, I'm Haze Long, artist and speed painter from Malaysia. I help artists who want to improve their art but are limited by knowledge, experience and technique. So, if you want to learn how to paint realistic skin tones, but you cringe at the thought of mixing colors endlessly and not getting the result that you want, then this video is for you. First of all, you can do this. All you need are 3 color scales in order to mix the skin tone palette. The problem with many skin tone tutorials is that even though they taught you how to mix the colors, they never teach you how to use the palette effectively. So today I will teach you how to mix the colors and also how to use the palette for any kind of portrait, even those with different lighting. For this exercise, you will need the following items. Step 1. Preparing the base scales for mixing. First, print out the tonal value scale. Today we are going to mix values 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9. I do not recommend mixing more than 5 values because that is just going to take too much time and waste a lot of paint. The first scale that you need to mix is the neutral grey scale. For tonal value of 10, you will need to mix an equal parts of raw umber and ivory black. For the last tonal value 0, you will only need titanium white. Mix as accurately as possible the in-between values 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9. Compare your mix with the printed tonal value scale to see if the value is correct. Adjust your mix accordingly. Set it aside when you are done. You should have a big amount of paint for each value by now. If you have a blank scale, you can fill it up and mix the in-betweens with a brush. This scale will be useful, trust me. By the way, it is good to keep pre-mixed grey values. If you want to mix extra for tubing, you will need additional 113 ml titanium white, 57 ml raw umber and 57 ml ivory black. Next, we mix the orange scale. Pure cadmium orange is located at value 5. But you should check your brand because every brand is different, so yours might be located at value 4 or 6. Squint your eyes to see better when you check. You can get the lighter values by mixing titanium white, cadmium orange and maple yellow. For the darker values, mix cadmium orange and burnt umber. Make sure that the values are the same as the grey scale. Set it aside when you are done. The next scale that we need is the red scale. Cadmium red is usually located at value 5 or 6. You will need to mix cadmium red, alizarin crimson and burnt umber for the darker values. For the lighter values, you can mix cadmium red light and titanium white. Take your time and make sure that they are the same values as the grey scale. Set it aside when you are done. Step 2. The elusive skin palette. Finally, now we should have 15 unmanageable huge piles of paint. Actually, since I'm only doing a demo, I only use just a little bit of paint. You should have way more than I do. To mix the skin tone scale is really easy. All we need to do is mix in equal parts grey, orange and red. So for each value, take all 3 colors and mix them together. When you are done, scrape the paint and dump them into an empty paint tube. Tap it on the table, seal it, and now you will have a skin tone palette ready whenever you want them. That's all there really is to it. Simple, right? I know I'm supposed to teach you how to use the palette as well. Just kidding, let's get to it. How to use a skin tone palette the easiest way, but not the fastest or the prettiest. So what's up with all the disclaimers? Well, the thing is, this method is really easy to understand and to use, but it's not as fast. Let me show you and explain more along the way. Here's a picture of Emma Watson. Feel free to download this photo and follow me in this exercise. Now I'm laying down the paints on the palette. I have my grey values 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9 here, and my new skin tones below it. Some extra reds I have left over, orange, red, titanium white and lemon yellow. Now these skin tones are my base colors. The rest are my temperature modifiers. Step 1. Laying down the tones. First, using the skin tone palette, I lay down the correct tones for the portrait. I do not blend at this stage and I paint thinly. Step 2. Modifying temperatures. Now I have a monochrome portrait ready. The thing is with this portrait is that the values are correct but the temperature isn't. So we need to modify the temperature but keep the value the same. In natural light, skin tone can only move in 4 directions. It can either be more yellow or red, more grey or more vibrant. If your portrait has colored lighting, you can still apply the same steps. All you need to do is to add the color in as a modifier into your palette and paint them in at a later stage. Okay, now let's take a look at the photo and the portrait. And let's identify the changes required. Because we already have the skin tone base on, we can easily assess which areas requires modifying. I can confidently say that we need more yellow here, more reds and a higher chroma here, and lower chroma here, and that should be it. Okay, let's get on with it. To modify a color, make sure you pick the correct value and adjust from there. So for example, if your cheekbone has a value 3 skin tone base, use back the value 3 and mix the modifier color into it. Make sure that the result of the mix is exactly the same value. It should be a value 3. All we want is to change the temperature but not the value. The value has to stay exactly the same. There we go guys, the portrait is done. And once you are more experienced, you will be able to assess the temperature changes within the same value more efficiently and faster. You will also be able to combine both stats into one. Once you are able to do that, your result will look much better and will be faster. I hope you get there as soon as possible. This will be the part that I say goodbye. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment below. Thank you for joining me on my mission to empower artists across the globe. Subscribe to my channel so I can have a channel name. If I have a channel name, you can see my face more often. Thank you and see you next time.